Start recording. And I think if we do this. So 3, 2. I think I'll just use this audio, right? That's how that would work. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Scaryharry22 podcast. I am your host, Harrison. And if you could tell, I'm a little nervous. Why? Because if you're listening to this on regular platforms, then you'll see no change. But I'm actually going to now, as of this podcast, start posting it on YouTube and cut up some clips like, all your other favorite podcasters do out there in the world. And for some reason, I'm actually nervous. And I don't know why. I think maybe it's something to do with maybe, the camera being in full view. Maybe it's because 100% of the time when I do podcasts, I'm not really like worried about my performance as far as like what I look like. I'm more or less worried about, what I'm saying. But the big thing is that from the start of my journey on this podcast, the podcast has been the one place where I felt the most comfortable and I felt the most open, and I felt like, no one listens to this really. I mean, I think I have an audience of like 10, but no, nobody of the validity of someone who can listen to this and then come bully me. And I got to get rid of this because I'm just going to look at the camera all day. If I keep, not the camera itself, I'll look at me on my screen. But I talk about a lot of emotional stuff and a lot of embarrassing stuff and a lot of things that, I don't really necessarily like to talk about, but I've always wanted it to be, I think it's healthy to talk about that stuff. And I think this is I'm sweating so much. I think this is the most important place to talk about, or it's very important to talk about that type of stuff. And, the other thing is you can see, like, I'm just leaning back in my chair. Like, I'm usually just like off looking at the world and the walls, and my brain is just flowing because that's the kind of person I am. And I'm like, why would people want to watch that record? So it's like, do I then just look at the camera the whole time, or do I not look at the camera? Do I move a setup? Do I go somewhere else? But instead, I just wanted to just hit record and just go. I feel like I've gained some weight. So I feel like, well, what do I look like on the camera now? Do I look heavier? The camera's going to be in full screen now. So it's like, wow, well, do I look bigger? Do I look appealing? So I'm pretty nervous. But that's hopefully not going to change the topics of the podcast, because it's been a couple of weeks since I've recorded this, and there's some things that I want to talk about. A lot of things I want to talk about. And I've written down topics, but no particular order and no particular time for how long I want to spend on them. Oh shoot. Okay. But I guess let's start with me, Harrison. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm this last week was a week where every single stream went well. And every single stream I averaged, I don't know, 9 or 10 viewers, really. There was a couple days where I had 15 viewers for a long time. And it's one of those moments that you hit along this journey where you're like, this is what I want to do. One of those days of, like, I just want to be good at this. I just want to succeed. I just want this so bad. And, those are the days that you power through the depression days and you power through the negative days, because those are the days that you long for and you love to have them. And, as I've gotten more into this, those days maybe happen once a month. Reality maybe once every 2 months, but it did take about 4 months for the first one. And those days happen and they come, and you enjoy them, and it gives you that extra notch in the belt to go push forward. And that's super exciting. And I'm so happy for the people who stopped by and said hi, and who were in the chat and hung out, and had a really cool, cool time. And I met a few people who, we'll talk about this later on with another topic, but I met a few people who I play with in a role play server. If you've been watching my streams, I've been doing a lot of RP, but again, that's a topic for a little bit later. But I meet these people, and I used to think of myself as this like big macho man's man tough guy. I think in some regards I still am, but this guy, he said to me that if we weren't playing the same video game and he found my stream generically and he watched it, he would have been hooked. And like, to me, that is the best thing. I love to hear that, because it's like, sure, we're not at 1 million viewers, we're not even at 20 viewers a stream, but we're working towards it, and we're meeting people who want to see us succeed and want to see the channel grow. And to hear people say things like that, is awesome. Like I say, there's a guy I know who, when I was probably 3 months into the streaming biz, he stopped by my stream, donated $50 in tier 3 subbed, and he's done that every month since. But he's never in the chat, and he's never talking with people. He's not in the Discord. He doesn't listen to the podcast. He doesn't watch the YouTube videos. And that's fine. That's a form of support, and I appreciate it. But as someone who's trying to get to the point where, this is more of a livelihood, we have to. I'm so grateful for the people who are watching the stream. And I always tell people when they say, "Hey, I'd like to subscribe, but I just don't have the money." It's like, no, you don't even get that. Like, the subscription and stuff obviously gives me money and obviously helps me financially, but you being at my stream is all I need right now, is all I want right now. The only thing I want is you to tell me what kind of content I can create to keep you watching me. That's it. And so to hear someone say that to me is like, I'm on the right path and I'm doing the right thing. And so, it was cool to hear someone say that. As far as quality of streams, man, I love them. I somehow stumbled back into the 2-a-days, which is so weird, which is what I would love to be doing right now, but I gotta, record this, so that's just as fine. But I've stumbled back into 2 streams a day from about 2:30 in the morning till about 8 or 9, and then I stream again from about 1ish to you know really 6 or 7. My fiance comes home and watches our son, and she's so great. I couldn't do anything, and none of this would have ever happened without her at all. So that's awesome. So grateful for that. I can't even begin to think how I'm gonna repay her one day, but anyway, so very successful the last couple of weeks as far as streaming. Very, very successful mentally, analytically, energy wise. I think I'm doing very well. I'm enjoying it a lot. Anything bad that's happened? I'm trying to think. Nothing on stream. Yeah, I got stream sniped a few times in Valorant, but nothing major. No real hate. Like a couple hates, couple days of hate people actually. But you thank them for their view and they get on their way. They're too bad, you ban them. So yeah, that's me. Moving on to RP. So if you're new to the podcast or new to the channel, I've been doing a lot of RP gameplay on the afternoon streams, which stands for role playing. The easiest way to analogize this for you is LARPing, live action role playing. Your friends in middle school, people in middle school, the ones who would show up in the knights and the pads and all that other stuff, and act like they were knights and fight each other. It's essentially that, just on a Grand Theft Auto server. And so I joined that, and I gotta tell you, That is so much fun. That is so much fun. Um, but uh, I want to create my own. Right. Let me tell you why. Let me take a sip of water. I know everyone loves when I drink the water. This is one thing I get told every single video by everyone is that they can hear me drink my water. So we'll work on that. Um, but the RP servers. So I've been in four separate RP servers. Okay. The first one wasn't really an RP server. It was just more of a mosh pit type of full. I mean, there's like 800 people. You joined and like you just fucking killed everybody. And, you know, you ran around in car. It was more of a Grand Theft Auto modded server. The second one was had a lot of the good backbones, a lot of the good materials as far as jobs and careers, things like that. But the police department really kind of messed it all up for everybody. They were just like really corrupt and really like, you know, they were like their own gang. They didn't really role play as police. The third one, which is one of the ones I'm currently in, if you watch any of my streams with Lieutenant Mustache, is you know, I'm a police officer, a lieutenant, and that's a lot of fun. It's just not a lot of people in it, not a lot of active players, not a lot of high activity going on, and there's not a lot of like, you know, jobs to do. But of all the ones I'm in, I think that one has the most potential. And then this next most recent one I joined, called Amplify, which is a very high end quality type of RP server. If you know anything about RP, you know like No Pixel is like the top dog. This is like a very similar infrastructure maybe. Like it's very similar as far as what they want to happen. But it's just, you know, not, you know, not as I mean, I don't even know what it pretty much is. Everything I've seen in NoPixel I've seen in this server. And it's funny, I got into this server, my application got approved right away. One of my friends got approved as well, but now I know about 4 people now who I've told to apply who have all messaged me saying they didn't get in. So apparently it's a pretty tough one. But I enjoyed the heck out of it. It's funny, if you watched on stream, we had a really bad incident of Young Luxury, the other guy I play with, another streamer, plug their shout out. He he got banned right away because we were breaking like so many rules. And the truth of the matter, the reality of the situation is that I should have been the one who was getting banned, not him. But I don't have my Twitch linked to my Discord, which I think is a rule. But I don't have it linked to my Discord, so they never knew that I was live. So they saw that he was live because his is linked. So they went to his Discord, or they went to his stream, saw his stream, and saw that we were doing bad things, and they banned him. Should have banned me. He got it unbanned almost, you know, fucking 5 minutes later. They were just having a bad day, and they weren't too too keen on the idea of, you know, us coming into their city and you know, bullying them and saying some bad things about them. We got some dust on us. We gotta get this dust off. But so RP servers are super fun. But I want to have my own, and I want to create my own. And, you know, every day that we move forward with the stream, and every day that we take a step closer to the end result, is a day that I can see us getting, you know, our own server. Now I don't want to. I think if I decide to go that route, it would take up, you know, more time than I have for content creation. So none of that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately, because I think it would be cool. But, you know, maybe a year, 2 years down the line, if I'm still rocking in an RP server, you know, maybe I look to uh you know, create my own. You know, now for me, I'd have to find someone who knows what they're doing, and then I would just kind of tell them my image, and they would help create it, because I couldn't do any of the like encoding and script, you know, matchmaking and molding it, and, you know, coding, and I could not do any of that stuff. I wish I could. I really do. But I can definitely, if we get to a point where I can financially cover the finances side of a server, I definitely want my own server. because I have an image that just seems to be overlooked by all the servers combined. That is, the problem I've seen a lot of with people in RP servers are that they almost always entirely forget that the idea of an RP server, the number one thing is to have fun. And a lot of times it seems like people are treating it like a job or treating it like work. And, some people have that character arc, and I understand that. But, man, some people, it's like, why are you even here, dude? So that's crazy. That's my big plan for the future. But another thing I want to talk about is I don't really know how to word this, so we'll talk. Well, maybe if while I talk about this next thing, well, you know what? Actually, I've been watching a lot of TikTok lately, and unfortunately, I stumbled into the smaller streamers, the small streamer fucking tip and help and promotion thing on TikTok. So my TikTok feed is just constantly people who are like, this is their whole TikTok. Let me set the scene here. Hold on. This is why your Twitch channel's not growing the way you want. And it's that every video is the same. I swear to you, every video is like that. Or it's something like this. Streamer tips I wish I knew when I was a small streamer. And it's like you click on their page and it's like they're like fucking 200 followers, and like that's fine, but it's like it's not them giving you their opinion, it's them giving you the exact same opinion that someone else did that has a video that got popular. You know what I mean? You connect those dots, you see what I'm saying? So it's like and it's all shitty. And there's two particular videos, I won't post them, I won't talk about who they were or anything, but there's two videos that I saw. Number one was a video of a guy who said that the need for a higher production in the streaming world is at an all-time high. What? This dude spent 60 minutes of a TikTok video telling you, a small streamer, that you have to go get at least a $300 computer, a great high-end working mic, and a PC that can run everything. Excuse me? I just watched XQC for 2 hours streaming what looks like a bedroom with no effects. Never reads a comment. Never reads the chat. It's fucking impossible with 100,000 people. Never reads the bits. Never responds. Just plays video games. Doesn't have fancy production team. Are you joking? What a terrible thing to tell people. An awful thing. If you think that the reason you're not successful at streaming is because of the quality of your microphone, Nick Merck still uses the fucking headset microphone. What? Like, are you joking? Which kind of ties into the next video I saw, along with the next topic, which was I saw a video of a female who is a streamer who has said that, she was making fun of men who say that hot tub streamers are stealing their views. Again. First off, I think that's not true, but I mean, I think there's other websites for what you're ultimately trying to do. I think you push the boundary really, really close, and it's right there on the edge. But you'll laugh about that in a second. I'm fine with hot tub streamers. I mean, I really don't care. Like, go, like, pop off, like, do your thing, Like, if that's how you're being successful, fucking power to you. And this girl was making fun of guys streamers who were complaining about hot tub streamers, and she said, well, how come guys don't hot tub? And then it's like that trend where like the music cuts and it becomes a different pitch, and it's like, well, why don't you do it then? And that brings me to my topic right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently at 40 subscribers at twitch.tv/Scaryharry22. 40 at 100 subscribers. So the simple price of 60 more subscribers, I will clear out my living room right behind me. I will clear away the floor. I will push everything out of the way. I will go to Walmart. I will go buy a little pool. I will fill that with hot water, and I will do a hot tub stream for not just 1, not just 7, not just 9, not just 10, but 12 hours. I will do a 12-hour hot tub stream. If you've been in my chat recently, or my stream, I hate people who refer to it as chat. If you've been in my stream lately, you will see that I have dumbbells that I'm going to work out. I'm going to get fresh magic stuff so I can do magic tricks for people. I'm sure we'll do karaoke. Because that just sounds cool. But so watch out, hot tub girl streamers. Watch out. At 100 subs, twitch.tv/Scaryharry22, I'm coming for you. And you better watch out, because if you think I'm not hitting double session crunches at the end of the night every night now, you got another thing coming. So I'm excited for that. I'm so excited. I keep flipping back and forth between wanting to like just do it anyway. But I want a milestone for it. I want a goal for it. So we'll do that. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the audio. Let me know what you think of the podcast. Follow me on all the social medias at Scaryharry22. And yeah, we're gonna keep this thing rolling, guys. We're just gonna keep on trucking. Just at about a year and a couple months now, and we're growing. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you for saying hi. If you said hi, I imagine you did. And I'll see you guys in the next one.